one of my favorite all-time albums, and it's very hard to find. It's called the Watson Family Album. You know, it's remarkable to me that more people don't know who Doc Watson is. He carried a tradition of old-time music into the modern era. Book. I actually live on a farm. Our only crops are vegetables from our vegetable garden. But we do have almost 40 acres of hardwood forest to tend to also. Not only is it a good gift for my wife, my wife tends most of the gardening, but it's also in German, and my wife is German heritage, so I didn't even know this book was available. So I'm definitely bringing this home. Can we release this video after Christmas, please? Perception of punk. You know, punk has been, I think, misconceived throughout its history. I've tried to stand in opposition to that misconception. You know, I'm not nihilistic. I don't take drugs. Maybe I'm kind of boring, but the one thing that remains true, I think, is something that resonated with me when I was a teenager was people shouldn't be so predictable. And I always valued the fact that my heroes were not predictable, and they weren't easy to put into a.
What do you get out of those small club shows?
Honestly, it's for me, even though the audience can't really tell, and I know that because a couple of your people were at the show last night, and they complimented me on the show, but they don't realize that I'm petrified on stage because these little tiny shows are the first time we're playing the new material. And I care about how that presentation comes across. And I don't want to say they're guinea pigs, but if it doesn't go so well in the small venue, it makes us think twice about, hey, the tour's coming up in a month and a half. Do we really want to play this or that song, or how do we have to fine tune these arrangements?
A couple of steps back.
Do you have children?
No.
Eventually you will, and you'll see that your life changes when you have kids, and you start to view the world from their perspective. Now that my kids are the age of we were when we started really going out and really experiencing the world and seeing how much it bummed us out, seeing it through their perspective bums me out even more because A, I think the world is harder to navigate, but B, I have this connection with them, and not only do I relive the trauma that it was for myself, but I now have to relive it in their shoes as well. So it's very emotional and it's difficult. But in terms of it conflicting with our relationship, it doesn't. You know, this is just like, even though it's a weird job for your dad to have, it's still their dad's job.
Did they get it? Do they think you're cool?
I don't. I hope not, man.
What do you mean you hope not?
Because I think there's way too much. There's really too much emphasis nowadays on the ing on parent. You know, putting this as if parenting is a skill or something. I think there's an overemphasis on parents and kids relating to one another in our society that I think is not good for the kids. So, I mean, the kids need to break that. They need to break any kind of conversation where you're going to talk about what's cool. What does dad think is cool? That's not good because your world is so different from dad's. And I really believe the generation gap is getting shorter. I think it's taking less time between
another contradiction. Said on different pages, Bad Religion either formed in 79 or 80. And it also said that even all the way back then, you wanted the year 2000 to be Bad Religion's 20th birthday.
I was 15 years old in 1980, the year we started.
80, okay. Weren't thinking about the year 2000.
Yeah, even the suggestion that a 15-year-old would be thinking, what am I going to be doing in 20 years?
Yeah.
Celebrating the 20th anniversary of my band is ludicrous. We were happy if we'd be around next year.
Exactly. That's why I pulled these things out for you.
Yeah. Well, just to help clarify. You know, I lose sleep over this shit.
I can relate.
I'm joking.
Bad Religion and the Crossbuster logo. It said you guys were trying to find the most offensive name and image possible.
I don't know if this is a family show or not.
No, you can say whatever you want.
But we were at least savvy enough to steer clear of certain names.
Yeah, sure.
Do you want to know what some of those were?
Yeah.
I remember distinctly rejecting vaginal discharge as one of the names, because we thought, there's no way this could. That's a true story.
Very
There's no
good.
way that this could ever lead to anything good. So the idea that we were just trying to come up with something offensive is ridiculous.
Please.
Oh, head cheese. we rejected head cheese outright.
There are some people that don't know what head cheese is.
Right. Well, the more I think about it, that may have been the best name for it. Anyway, you guys are welcome to take that name, but I would like a little bit of credit. My
Okay.
teenage self wishes that.
Dr. Graffin's head cheese. Very good.